Cayce's cosmology, the human body is like a radio receiver and transmitter that is capable of receiving and sending information via subtle energies. This is the basis for how planetary sojourns, and astrology in general, influences our consciousness. We resonate to the planets and stars. Whether the vibration we pick up is a positive or negative influence depends on how we used our will in those realms. Of course, we have the choice to ignore the signal, just as we would a radio station that we find boring. To carry our analogy a step further, imagine that our ability to perceive the subtle vibrations associated with planets and stars is like a radio in an automobile that is traveling through mountains. The signal is sometimes stronger or weaker, or entirely undetectable, depending on where we are located in relation to the terrain and the signal. Likewise, as we travel through the universe, riding the surface of this planet, our bodies are more or less able to resonate to the vibration of heavenly bodies depending upon our relative position. Let me share a personal experience that is analogous to Cayce's model of the astrological influences. Several years ago, I had a pleasant trip to Costa Rica where I gave a series of lectures. Each morning, I walked in the neighborhood where I was staying and enjoyed the architecture, which included an impressive new government building. Several months after my trip, I walked past the television set that carried a news story about the government building in Costa Rica. Hostages had been taken and were being held in the building by men seeking the release of prisoners. As I watched the program, thoughts and feelings washed over me. Memories of the people I had met came into my mind, and I wondered if anyone I had met during my trip had gotten involved in the crisis. The mental and emotional responses that I had while viewing the TV were based on my past experiences. Without that trip and the experiences I had while in Costa Rica, I may have walked on past the TV without noticing the story. I resonated to that situation because I had been there. So it is with astrological influences. We resonate to the universe based on how we have used our will in the various realms where we have sojourned.